Hello everyone, welcome back. You are in Apter's Alley. I'm Bill Apter, OneWrestling.com, and this man is the current RWA World Wrestling Champion. And this man, a year ago, came down to Apter's Alley, and when he came in, he was walking with the aid of a cane, and here he is about a year later with a World Heavyweight Championship belt that he won. Matt Bowman, a.k.a. Jimmy Cicero, welcome back down to the alley.
Thank you.
One of my dear friends, and you can see right here behind me the Bodyslam Autism campaign that is still going on, isn't it?
It will always go on.
Yeah.
As long as I can walk, as long as I can breathe, I'll always be trying to body slam autism.
And where again can those great people find you to see how they can help your Bodyslam Autism
well, they can find me through whatever promotions I'm wrestling for, and you can also find me on Facebook under the name of Matt Bowman, B-O-W-M-A-N, parentheses, Wiseguy Jimmy Cicero.
I'm friends with him, too.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. Or Wiseguy Jimmy Cicero. And I work hand in hand with Autism Speaks. I also work hand in hand with the local ARC. Which helps adults with disabilities as well, and we do that from whichever state. And my wife and I are very, very active in that community as well.
Yeah, so we know lots about that because there's a lot of people out there know that I work for also beside doing the wrestling thing full time, I also I have a full-time passion for a company that I work for called AHED, AHED.org, and the mission there basically is to job coach and find persons with disabilities, both intellectual and physical disabilities, employment and make them successful. And this man several years ago came down to our annual meeting, and boy, we'd love to have you again.
Well, I had a blast. It was great meeting everybody, and it was an honor to be able to be the guest speaker there. So
I want to take this now a step in that direction, because you are, for all intents and purposes, when I saw you walk in here last year, you were disabled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and now you're sitting here with the Gold World Championship Wrestling belt of RWA, which is
the RWA Heavyweight title.
Right.
It's Renegade Wrestling Alliance.
Okay.
Down in the Pittsburgh area.
Okay.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Home of Bruno Sammartino, Pittsburgh, PA.
Yes, and I won the title recently, and hey, like you said, a year ago, I needed a cane to be able to walk around.
And tell them why. Just give this kind of like the shorthand version.
Absolutely. I was diagnosed with something called transverse myelitis, which is a cousin of MS.
Yeah.
It's a neurological disease.
An evil cousin.
An evil cousin. Yeah, that's exactly right. I still have it. I'll never get rid of it. It'll always be with me.
Yeah.
But what I did is I just worked tirelessly in the gym. It's a weakness on the left side of my body. I wear a leg brace, an ankle brace, and then I work out in the gym every single day.
But what you've told me, and this amazes me because I mentioned this to my wife, that once you get in the ring, even though you still have this going on, your body kind of does a whole metamorphosis, and you're back to that Matt Bowman, that Wiseguy Jimmy Cicero again, which is amazing to me because if you really think about it, the training that you've done in the past year in pro wrestling and getting yourself back into shape has actually helped this disability.
Oh, it absolutely has. Absolutely has. I've dropped
therapeutically.
Therapeutically, mentally. I mean, a year ago when I came onto Apter's Alley, I was a little bit over 300 pounds, limping around on a cane, and had no idea what my future held. And I decided shortly after my oldest son decided that he wanted to get into professional wrestling.
That's
and I said,
Gentleman
Jack Cicero. And I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to train you. Okay, and I have a pedigree of training some other successful professional wrestlers. And I said, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do this. But in order to do it, I needed to get myself back into shape. And that's exactly what I did. And of course, once that happens and once you start getting back in the ring, as any professional wrestler will attest to, it doesn't matter, the bug bites you. Once you're part of this business, you're always part of this business.
But bless his soul, Luthez was bitten by it for his entire life. Yeah.
Sure. Look, I mean, look at Terry Funk.
Sure.
And
he'll never retire, even though he says he's retired.
Sure. Well, you can go on and on and on. And honestly, I believe that in a lot of these cases, professional wrestling has elongated some of these people's lives.
Oh,
because,
absolutely.
And for me, what it did is it gave me a purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, it gave me a purpose. Professional wrestling gave me a purpose, and I said, I'm going to train. I'm going to work hard. My passion came back.
Yeah.
My excitement came back.
Yeah.
I felt like a kid again.
Yeah.
And
you're acting like one too.
Yeah, how about that, huh? No whoopee cushions around here,
No.
but but I ended up losing a lot of weight, and I ended up training hard, and now I find myself doing some tag team work with my son in some of the areas that we wrestle in. And then lo and behold, I ended up getting a shot recently for the RWA heavyweight title.
And here you are.
And here I am, and guess what? Even at age 46, with a bad left leg, experience and 23 years of experience paid off.
Wait a minute. I happen to have the original Cow Championship Office Wrestling belt here, and even with 2 good legs, and at years old, I'm still getting around pretty much.
You are?
Yeah,
you
man,
are.
as you know, I'm busier now than I have been in years, and I
You
still
are.
love it because the message trying to get out here is that the pro wrestling, or you want to call it sports entertainment business, has kept us going all through these years.
It really has.
It's a passion.
It really
You
has.
never lose it. Belt versus belt one of these days.
I wouldn't mind having that on my trophy case, and that's...
Dan Severin had this belt. Blue Meanie had this belt.
Mhm.
All accidental victories.
Accidental victories.
But
Well, you know what? Blue Meanie's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
So I'll give him a call and ask him for some tips on how he ended up winning the heavyweight title, the Cow title, and I suspect with a little bit of mentorship from the Blue Meanie that I can obtain that heavyweight title.
Well, that's a possibility. You get a shot at the cardboard, and then, then, if all goes right, you get a shot at the Reggie Parks goal. Your face is turning a little serious now. So,
Well,
this title has been around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I've taken a lot of pride in defending this title all over the world. I've defended it against Johnny Storm in England. I've defended it here in the United States with wrestlers that have put me through tables.
Mm-hmm.
And a match against you, RWA, in an office of my choice, Wonderful Willie's choice.
Listen, Bill and I have been good friends now for a number of years. We go on the Burnt Pizza Tour in 2014 and now in 2015. But don't think for a second, we might share some burnt pizza crust, but I'm not above bending a rule if it means getting that heavyweight title.
Yeah,
So.
he was talking about my comb over earlier today, but that doesn't bother me. But seriously, Matt Bowman, Jimmy Cicero, has always been one of my favorite people. And I want to bring up something that would you mind? I'll just let you try it on here. But I want to bring up something that not many people know. As you know, down in Apter's Alley here, I have a lot of collectibles. And recently, I got this from WWE, this incredible DVD, The Destruction of the Shield. And all 3 of them have done so well. But there is a connection, and I wanted to bring this up.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody told me about this, and I wanted to get it straight from the horse's mouth. What is your connection to Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose?
Well, the 3 of them, and obviously their body of work currently speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Okay, you couldn't ask for 3 more talented individuals. They're being mentored. They have been mentored by Adam Birch, a.k.a. Joey Mercury, a.k.a. Joey Matthews.
Yeah, part of J&J Security.
Sure.
From the Authority.
Yes, and when Joey Mercury was a young 15-year-old lad, he came into a school in Alexandria, Virginia, and I managed myself with some help from Q-Ball Carmichael and Julio De Niro, a.k.a. Julio Sanchez.
Yes, yeah.
We all worked with Joey Matthews and Christian York, and we trained these guys. We worked hard. We gave them a combination of Ivan Koloff,
You trained,
Joey,
yeah,
and Christian.
Right,
Yes.
right.
And
Wow.
and so for me, it's really cool seeing Joey pass on the training, the education that I taught him
to
and seeing how successful it is.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. I taught Joey how to wrestle. Joey learned, went out there himself and networked and learned from a body of people, okay?
Yeah.
He learned from me, but he also learned from a whole lot of other people after he became established in pro wrestling, which is, the same type of influence, same type of advice that Ivan Koloff gave me. It's much like Ivan Koloff taught me how to wrestle, but I always say that Tom Brandy taught me how to work. Tom Brandy taught me how to be able to integrate with the crowd and things along those lines. So that the learning experience doesn't stop after the 6 months of actual in-ring training. It goes on and on and on.
Of course.
And if you ask someone like Terry Funk or the great late Terry Gordy, they'll tell you that when you stop learning, you're dead.
Yeah.
So it's really it's a never-ending, joyous experience and journey.
I'm glad that you took us back to the connection.
Yes, yeah, and so I found myself very proud. When I see those three, I'm going, wow. It's really neat to know that Joey had such a strong hand in mentoring the three of them, and I know that at least some of the skills and the approach that I had with Joey, he was able to pass on to these three. And when I see that, I'm like, okay, what?
Great.
That's a point of pride for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I want to thank you for dropping by here at Apter's Alley. You're always welcome here, as is everyone out there. And
I'm going to give this back to you.
I didn't want to forcibly take it back from you because I've had to have it. You notice the wonderful Willie Heel, a little bit of personality coming out there.
Well, that's unfortunately in Pittsburgh, my personality is a little different. The fans there aren't quite as receptive to me as they are in other parts of the country, and that's their fault, not mine. But I'll be here soon. I'll be defending the heavyweight title back in the Pittsburgh region. So I look forward. Actually, I don't look forward to seeing the fans there, but I do look forward to going back there and defending my heavyweight title.
That's Jimmy Cicero talking, not Matt Bowman, right? Okay. So before we leave, of course, I ask every guest this question. Is wrestling fixed?
Well, I didn't know it was broken.
Coming at you in October 2015.
Yes, it is.
You're in the book.
Well,
you're in the book.
That's another super proud moment for me.
Thank you. So where are we going to see? Where are we going to see all these people?
We will see you at the matches.
I couldn't have done it any better.